Hey guys, Rayford here. So this is just a quick video, kind of highlighting some of the Anthem developer update that we got on March 20th. If you guys watched it, great. If you didn't, I'll have a link to the full video on demand on YouTube or Twitch or wherever down in the description box down below. So I just took the whole video, kind of cut out a bunch of the excess stuff, if you will, and made this quick little I guess summary of what we're going to be getting on Tuesday, the 26th of March. That's going to be patch 1.04, and we don't have the full patch notes yet, but when they do get posted, I'll have them down in the description box as well for you guys to go ahead and check out. But for now, I hope that you enjoy this this little video. So here we go.
Yeah, so we have Elysian caches coming, and Elysian caches are caches at the end of strongholds right after you kill the boss, and they require a key to open. So how do I get a key? Well, every single day there's one daily that rewards you a key, and one of the changes we've made is if AJ hits the daily trials here, it actually shortcuts you straight to show all of your dailies, and then we indicate exactly which daily here gives you the key. So if he clicks into Legendary Contract here, I can see, yep, there's the key. Once I get that key, I can go into a stronghold and open a chest, and what happens is it gives me a piece of vanity or crafting mats for everyone that is present. So one chest will spawn something for all 4 people. I can always see on my HUD, you'll also notice next to coin, if you back out all the way, that I have a little icon there. It shows how many keys I have at all times, up in the upper left-hand corner there.
It's after the boss, you said, in a stronghold that happens.
Yeah, so the chests won't spawn in until you kill the boss, and then instead of that quest countdown timer or mission countdown timer that hits right now, you have a little bit of time to go open the chests. If everyone opens a chest, everyone gets all 4 pieces of cash loot, or if only one person has a key, that's cool too, everyone still benefits. You'll never get a duplicate vanity piece. They're all exclusive to these chests, so once you get it, you've gotten it. It's not gonna, there's no dupes or anything like that. And there's lots of crafting mats in there. There's bundles of, I think, 30 Masterwork Embers at a time.
Awesome. So I know one question, it's not worth it to kill the boss. So do we have any other changes we're doing to boss loot?
We're not gonna let you start into a stronghold more than about 2 minutes into it. But the loot itself, previously on bosses, we had like 1 guaranteed masterwork, or depending on the difficulty, so GM2 would have a couple. But as everyone noted, that also prevented you from rolling a legendary. So what we've done is we've still maintained that 1 guaranteed masterwork, but we do additional rolls on the boss now, and it's uncapped. So you have a good chance of a legendary, and you should see more things coming off the boss. In addition to that, the chests that you see around in strongholds, even in free play, they've gotten a little bit of a boost as well, so you should see some more items coming from those.
So basically now, okay, so check this out. If you notice there, he didn't hit any loading screen. It just went right in. And
seems pretty quick.
You can also access it from, if you just go into the options, you can just go right into it anywhere from in Fort Tarsis now. So,
and are those my components?
Oh yes, on the side now you can see all the components you've got equipped, so you don't have to go in and say, oh, what do I have equipped? You can just see it from right here.
We have a lot of issues that we want to solve that take some time, but we want to do incremental steps to get us there. And so this is one of those incremental steps to improve kind of game flow, lesson loads, show you more information about your things. And so these things will continue to add up over time until we get to where we want to be.
But essentially, legendary missions are, once a day there'll be a legendary mission available, and it just cycles through randomly which one it'll be every day. Good news is you can run it as many times as you want. So if you're like, oh, I already ran it, but a friend needs it, you can still run it again and still get rewards at the end. I believe there's a chest you get at the end.
There's a chest at the end. There's also, what we've done is put in at least 1 apex creature, and what an apex creature is either Ursix Titan Luminary and Fury. Yes,
yeah,
that's
there
correct.
we go.
So yeah, what we've done is added those to the end, and those essentially are bosses that roll into some nice loot tables. So you don't have to go get these missions. They're just on your map every day. You can repeat them pretty quickly. During the mission, we've actually amped up all the encounters. We've made them, basically balanced them to a full party, and we've made the encounters more difficult. So if you've noticed a difference between, say, a contract and a legendary contract, that's sort of the difference you can expect, except these things are tuned just below strongholds. So they should be a new kind of pretty challenging piece of content. And I believe we are coming out with 6 different missions. And as Jesse said, there will be one available each day, but you can run it as many times as you'd like.
But basically, enemies now are leveled up, essentially, right? So
Yeah.
if they were a regular Ursix before, it might be a legendary Ursix, or...
Yep, exactly. And so if there was a former, let's say, named encounter, like, you know, a named boss, now it's an actually named large boss. Like if it was maybe a Scar before, now perhaps it's an Ascari Elder or, you know, a Titan or something like that. So they have ample opportunity for the increased loot drops that we added last week, which still apply to everything.
So 104 is our next update, which we're aiming for it to come out next week. As we get closer, we'll share a date of when that's going to land exactly. But
He's safe.
can you go show us a new setting under video for PC players? So video here, and then you see a new tab here. Field of view.
Is that FOV? Look at that.
It can change. It's
Just
like just
crank
max
it
it out.
up.
Just crank it to 100. It's. I mean, that's really cool. If you like being able to see, you know, more around there, or if you want to get a tighter, like Chris said, we're happy we got that one in there.
Yeah, and this is flight cranked up all the way.
Yeah,
you can see it looks pretty different.
For people who like to go out and farm, it gives a way bigger view of the field.
Yeah.
See those harvest node locations. This one's kind of interesting. So the patch note is we've improved performance on gameplay effects that we're updating or running often to reduce performance strain. So for example, things like weather, the time of day, the UI. I don't know how that is really on the back end, but basically it's done in a way now that should help improve performance for some players.
Yeah, and when we say we're always improving performance, that's true. There's, you know, no one's ever finished, and so we have some changes here that should improve.
Any more to the story? I'll answer that one. So for some people who look at social media, a lot of the actors who portray the characters in Anthem were recently doing another mocap session. So I think that kind of speaks, you know, that we're doing more story.
We've made salvaging a little snappier in the vault, I believe.
Yep. So now it actually will be, as you tap it, it's pretty much instant.
Yep.
So it should be way faster. So you're aware of how big this update is. I think when I got done putting the patch notes together, they were 13 Word doc pages.
Yeah, I see someone's asking about fog walls.
Oh, look at that's the next one I have on my notes
Oh,
here.
it's actually...
Yeah.
No, so we've done a pass and removed a lot of fog walls, especially the biggest offenders in strongholds. So
we're still working on quick play, improving that with a lot of the missions. I know players are reporting they get in there. That Dominion spy, like I joke around that he was hiding really, really good because you couldn't find him. Once a quick play mission has reached a 15-minute timer, you can't matchmake into it anymore. Yeah. So if in the chance that one does break, you won't keep getting put into that same one over and over and over. So if you were in a down state and you got your 30-second timer counting down, and someone attempted to revive you, and then they stopped, your timer would go back up to 30 seconds. So that is fixed. So now that doesn't happen anymore. We fixed a lot more of different kind of scenarios that could cause you to crash. Sometimes there'd be that one player in the group, they would be unable to interact with anything, whether it be reviving another player or
a room
or anything. Yeah. They wouldn't be able to, so that is also fixed.
We've increased for all javelins the max thrusters by about 20%, and we've decreased the overheat duration.
That one is
by 20%.
So he's not pressing the button multiple times, so an improvement we've made, we heard player feedback, they don't like having to mash all the time. So once you start mailing with the interceptor, you can just press it once and hold it, and you can just change the direction where you want to go.
Just a blade machine now.
No, I did hear that doesn't apply to the ultimate.
Yep.
We didn't want to do changes across the board, probably. So let us know feedback if you like still when you have that ultimate, just, you know, if it feels good, or if you'd like, no, I just want to hold the button down on that too. I mean,
just chain around.
We're listening. Oh yeah, I just wrote a note here. Lots of changes to components and gear for all javelins. So We are adding more universal components also in this next update. I want to say some of the masterworks are being buffed also. I was looking through the notes.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of specifics, which makes up a lot of the pages of the patch notes, but especially for individual items.
So I see this one. I'm not gonna dodge it. People are talking about the display bug with armor. So the team is still working on it. They've made some improvements so that it should. They've identified some of the things that were causing it. And it was, for those who were talking about it, there were two sides of it. There was a UI side to where it looked like you would have more or less health. And then the other one was you functionally would have less health.
Yep.
So I believe we've addressed most of that in the next update.
Also, I see a lot of questions about scaling. The scaling problem, in general, things like scaling, difficulty, stats, progression, loot, they're all kind of tied together. And we understand that. And so there's not really any quick, immediate fixes for that. But what we did is, again, we have a plan, we have a long-term plan, and then we work backwards these piecemeal fixes to get us there. So it's not a very quick thing to solve, but we are working towards the spot where scaling and progression and loot, and it all feels real nice and where we want it to be. So it's going to take a little while to get there, but again, each patch you should see incremental progress towards that, and scaling is one piece of that. We are looking at luck, and we're thinking about it. Nothing to share. I have my opinions about luck, and they are probably similar to yours, but we're just trying to solve it the right way.
I see someone asking here, support gear masterwork. So, good question. Team is working on it still. Just want to make sure it's it's good, it's solid, it's not just another gear piece. So more on that later. People asking about a stat screen, like Ben has said on previous streams. Team is looking at all ways we could possibly do that.
Yep.
All right. Oh, open chest. This is it. This is your moment, man. Please be something good. Purples and blues.
So yeah, entering into the Forge, it's a pretty often used thing. So we've essentially made this, if he hits activate Forge, it's essentially instant.
Yep.
One step in the right direction. Also, as you notice, we've been hearing a lot about stat screen, as you mentioned earlier. One small step towards that point is we add, all the components in this view. You can see we're building towards a direction there.
So actually, I saw some people wondering why we had, I believe it was Storm and Ranger that had the new armor packs.
Yep.
And then they're like, okay, well, where's Interceptor and Colossus? They're coming. I believe they're coming with this next update.
Someone asked about consumable organization. I believe we have sorting by rarity and name as the first step in this patch, automatically sorted.
Oh, open the map a second, where you're at right here.
Yeah, check out your map.
So you see, now you can, I don't know if we had that before.
I don't believe so.
I don't think we did, but now it shows the area of where a free play event is. So I believe even if you were to die and respawn, it would show you where that is still, I believe.
Someone wants Grabbits to spew from the Tyrant Mine boss when you kill them. I agree. A little too soon for this patch.
All right, thanks everyone. Till
Thanks
next time.
a lot.